Can I ask Warrior fans a question about, if they're going to make a move or not? And this is really a very sincere question. If you were another team, all right, I get it. You as a Warrior fan know the Warriors better than anybody. But if you were on another team, what Warrior would you want right now? Curry's off the table. We're not talking about him. What Warrior player, if you were another team, where you would say, you know what, let's go get that guy from Golden State?
Well, I got one name right off the top.
Who?
The guy we just talked about, Jordan Poole.
Well, he's very difficult to trade now.
Okay, all right.
You may have to wait till next year, just because his salary goes from $4 to like $25 million. Okay, Jordan Poole, fair enough.
Kuminga, Steiny.
Jonathan Kuminga.
And I would be rolling the dice that him getting out of this pressure cooker of you would do it, Frank Sinatra, do it our way, and the championships. If he could go somewhere and play freely, I believe that would open him up. And the one difference, I'm going to add this because I didn't do a good job yesterday. The difference between Kuminga and Wiseman is the fact that Jonathan Kuminga's problem is not physical. He is strong as an ox, can jump out the gym. That's not his problem. Wiseman's problem is that. And I don't know how long it's going to take if it ever happens for James from a physical standpoint. But I honestly believe you get Kuminga in the right up and down system, you can unlock him and he can reach his full potential.
Yeah. My guy would be, at this point, I mean, to me, I would, if I were on another team and they said, look, you can have a Warrior, everybody but Curry, and obviously Poole's troublesome.
I'm waiting on this answer.
To me, it's obvious. You take the best player on the team after Curry, and that's Wiggins.
Wow.
That's Wiggins.
Damn.
I mean, seriously.
He's gone all the way from K-Wig to second best.
Yeah, I mean.
He is right now the second most valuable player on the team.
Here's the other thing. Why would you trade for Kuminga or Wiseman when you have no idea what they are if you're an opposing team? They've got no track record. They've got no resume. All they have is raw athletic ability and youth. So, to me, to give up a known quantity for one of those two players, boy, I don't know.
I'll say this.
I don't know.
It's feel, Steiny. Some teams look at their own players with those same questions. Like, but watching Kuminga, you can see flashes, and I can see somebody saying, boy, if we get him in this system, empower him with this or that, we can unlock him.
Unlock him on a 23-win team. What if he was on
Charlotte, Detroit?
Yes. Sure. Do you want me to play that, Kerr? Here it is. Why don't you go ahead and play it? This is Kerr from yesterday.
He's getting the best defender each night. Some of that is, a year ago, for the first 50 games he started, he was getting maybe the third best defender on the perimeter. So now he's getting the very best because teams know he's the key to our second group. So he's facing more high-level defenders and I think more game planning. And frankly, we've had a lot of different rotations out there with him. So we haven't found our footing as a team rotation-wise, and that hasn't helped Jordan. We need to find some consistency in terms of the combinations of guys he's playing with.
Wow, Steiny, hearing it again. It's like you got to take your game up another notch.
That's the name of the game in the NBA. Keep getting better. If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. He's going to have to figure it out. Jordan Poole is.
What do you think? And again, not starting. I want to be starting something. If you're Jordan Poole and you hear your coach say that, what's your first?
My first, I'll be a little defensive, and then I'll say you're right.
I appreciate that.
Then you say you're right. If that's a fact, if I'm playing pickup basketball and 3 games in a row I'm guarded by Michael Jordan, but the 3 games before that I was guarded by Larry Bird. Guess what? I'm going to have more trouble against Michael Jordan.
But is any Warrior fan out there, and I know this is why Coach Kerr, who I love, this is why he's in his position he's in. Could any average Dub fan come away Monty Poole, anybody, and say Chris Mullin, Fetzes, and say that's why Jordan's got off to a slow start?
There's no one reason. That's certainly one of them. I'm taking Steve Kerr at his word. If that's one of the reasons, then that's one of the reasons. I think another reason is I do think he's trying to adjust his game a little bit. I also think he's in some manner coming to terms with coming off the bench. Yeah. I don't think he's crazy about it. Trying to think what else.
Can you elaborate on
the carry issue may be a small factor.
But he's overdriven. He's still doing the curly kneel, though.
Remember when I looked Steph Curry in the eye and I said, I know why you can't make a shot this year. Last year, and I ran down about 6 things.
He did have a list. I think got to 4.
And he was like, he nodded yes
Couldn't
to all of them, except when I said the new ball. He goes, no, that's not it. So
I feel like Poole would say that about the carrying.
No, I think he'd say
he ain't. He's a dog. We know that. He
is.
He's in the shower thinking about shots. That's why 4 field goal attempts is odd.
I got a question. Can a dog be skinny, small, and not tough?
You seen Tupac? Have you seen Floyd Mayweather?
Floyd Mayweather. Don't bring him up on the show. You know.
You don't like Floyd?
I can't stand him.
TMT.
He's a jackass of the highest order. I can't stand him.
Yeah, he did do something with the kids in the house I didn't appreciate. I'm going to let you get it. Yeah. But, there's some other skinny dudes.
Who? I mean, can you be a dog if you're not a good defender? I mean, that's what a dog is.
Yeah.
Take it back.
No,
take it back.
They paid that man for what he was worth.
They paid him dog money.
They gave him a bag.
Oh man, I don't know. But that's
it ain't carrying.
Yes, it is. Now, why would you say that?
I'm saying it's not. He's not running from dancing because of the carry.
Yeah, see, I said I think, and you said it is, or it isn't.
It isn't.
Yeah, but I didn't say it is. I said it might be.
Oh, yeah.
So you were very definitive about that.
Or defensive.
No.
Like you said Jordan was when he first heard that.
Let me tell you something.
I don't like that from Kerr.
You know who I'm out on? Because we've been talking about whether this team's going to have to make a move or not. I was listening to Whitey and Ratto. They had a good show yesterday. Whitey was like, I just think it's got to happen. It's got a move.
Yeah. I feel like he took that from me.
Can I tell you who I'm out on? Anthony Davis. I don't want Anthony Davis if I'm the Warriors.
Yesterday you didn't give the stamp of approval, but your eyebrows went up. You didn't even know they did. Like you weren't against it like you are now. So what's happened in 24 hours?
He's in his 11th year. He is mostly a mid-range shooter.
Yeah.
I think he's lost a lot of athleticism.
Explosion.
None of it. He has none of it. And I think it's a case of, is he a good player? Yeah, he's a really good player. He's not great anymore, I don't think. They're 2-9 in L.A., and LeBron's been playing.
But Steiny, he'll block shots and rebound and can get you a bucket.
Okay.
And if he knows he's playing with the Splash Brothers, maybe he'll be his job could be easier.
It no doubt could be.
But he has lost some explosion.
He's taking the easy way out on offense most of the time.
Now that's a
facing up from 18 feet, face up.
That's a hell of a line,
and it's just so much easier to take a jump shot than to put the ball on the floor and go into traffic.
You know what that means? Less taxing.
Exactly. Absolutely, positively. So, here's who else I'm out on. This one I'm actually out on more. I've given this a lot of thought. I am. You know who you cannot trade for? Kevin Durant. You can't trade. I looked at the fact that he's playing his 15th year in the NBA and he's 34. That's the biggest red flag for me with Kevin Durant. This is his 15th season.
But what if you got 2 chips in the next 3 years with them?
No,
Wouldn't that supersede the...
I don't think you would.
Yeah, well,
I don't think
you know
would.
What? Because I came down this road against Milwaukee last year.
It's too big a risk for me.
But we haven't seen the slippage. Some of these dudes like Steph, even LeBron now, he is me at the gym. I'm telling you, Steiny, when you have this antidote of age is only a number and we watch him play up and down, Curry's a part of it. KD still has some years left. And again, you get him, you acquire him, this is the easiest basketball he'll play again.
Let me ask Warrior fans that, because we know this might be an issue on the table. And also, we said yesterday, what do you owe Steph Curry? Very simple. Would you be willing to trade for Kevin Durant or Anthony Davis? That would be saying to Steph Curry, it's all your team, buddy. It's all yours.
Gotcha.
Do you do it? Do you say, okay, Steph, we'll do that?
I feel like he's earned it.
Okay.
And he's still playing at a high level.
Oh, well, Curry is, absolutely.
Right. So it'd be in our best interest to get what he prefers around him, which would be stars or good players.
What are you saying? Curry can only play with stars?
No, you wouldn't go make a move to strengthen the chance of winning the chip. The drive for 5. Right now they've been worried about 5.
The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm out on a short-term fix.
Kevin Durant. Remember, I was out on that earlier.
34.
So is Steph.
34. You're right. And Kevin Durant has slipped a little bit.
So what do we get? So you would hold on to Wiseman or Kuminga in their future?
Really have to be the right guy.
Okay.
The more I think about it. Because again, if you're the Warriors and you're starting to say, we want to make a deal for a big boy.
Yeah.
All right, let's say Warriors call either Lakers or the Nets. Hey, what do you want for Durant?
Gotcha.
Well, the Nets are going to say
Draymond.
You think?
I believe so. They're a player. They still got some action.
Without Kevin Durant? They have action?
No, go ahead.
So if they traded Durant, okay, hey, we want Kevin Durant. Myers calls Sean Marks. What does Sean Marks want? Like, what? Yes, maybe this summer, Kuminga and Wiseman. But if I'm another team, I'm saying let's hold off on those two youngsters.
Marks wouldn't want Jordan Poole?
They probably would. Again, he's going to be really tough to trade. But yeah, okay, let's say Poole's one of them.
Kuminga?
Why would I roll the dice on what may be your two busts? And I'm not saying they are busts, but if you're another team,
you're putting Poole in there too?
No.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Kuminga and Wiseman.
Oh, yeah, right.
I'm not trading. Would you trade for Kuminga or Wiseman right now with just what you know about them right now? I would not, because we don't know anything about him.
Kuminga, I would. Wiseman, I would.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And if I'm a contender, I'm not trading for either or. But if I'm Houston, that's my go-to team. I love the way they play. Or some other team running up and down, man.
Let's go to Jorvel in San Jose. Hey, Jorvel, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Doing well.
All right. Just a quick one on as it concerns to Poole. Most players who get contracts, football, basketball, whatever, sometimes they seem to take a step back when they get their bag because they're trying to adjust because they feel like they have to take a different leadership role, or they gotta feel like that they change their the way they play. Like Fred Warner, for an example, the following year after he got his bag, he didn't look as the same player as before. Debo Samuels. He doesn't really look like the same player from last year, So I think a lot of it may have to do with, trying to live up to a contract or getting that bag and try to make that adjustment. Want to see what you fellas think about that.
I think that's very possible. He might be feeling internal pressure. And that's good to me. That's good. If Jordan Poole's pressing because he got a big contract and he feels like he's not living up to it, great. That's a good sign.
But Steiny, we've met the young man. Does he strike you as that type of guy? Not to me. No, he's a killer. And when I say killer, he don't have stage fright. He'll go 1 for 13, come back the next night and shoot 15 shots. Again, I hate to keep playing this over and over and over, but it happened. The world saw it. There's not an athlete that can walk in here. I don't care what goes on behind closed doors in what locker room or clubhouse. What happened to Jordan Poole on video that millions saw, there is nobody that can console him and tell him how to come back from that but immediate family, and I don't even know if they're qualified. So with that, I put the stamp of that. What we not seeing from Jordan Poole and the dilemma and the 9 shots, that falls under the umbrella of the unknown on how you tackle that bear and come back from that. That's what I'm leaning towards, trying to change his game. For what?
Because he has a different role. He has a different role off the bench. They want him to be a facilitator a little bit more than just a scorer. Like, you're so fun.
So you think they sat him down and said, we need less PPG and we need you to get everybody else?
Maybe.
And here's the check.
Makes sense.
Not to me. You are a walking bucket, so we thought,
hey, Jordan,
continue to master that.
Jordan, whatever you do, don't become a multi-dimensional player. Make sure you just are a shooter in this league and score.
No, I'm not saying that.
Well,
I'm not saying
why can't
throw away what you did best working on your new role. That's what I don't like. Like, that sounds like it's just too soon,
I
Steiny.
have no problem at all.
But we don't know if that's
Jordan
the case.
Poole struggling because he may be trying to figure out a new role.
All right.
A new role. Poole, who are you more worried about, Poole or Clay? I'm more worried about Clay.
Yeah. And you should be.